Woohoo! Welcome everybody to Hex Token channel. This is a different show tonight. Of course, we're going to look at the price. Man, oh man, I cannot miss it with this breakdown Hedron. So we're going to talk about that. Get into the chat, folks. Say hello, and of course, let's get into it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Got a little bit of music in there in the background. Let me know if that's okay. It's the first time I've used it, so let me know if that's it's easy on the ear, as it were. We got Chris P in the house. Hey, Chris P. I'm buying more at 10 cents. Yeah, I think it's pretty popular level, that's for sure. So we're going to hang out here for a while, watch this price. Now, pretty much this chart has almost gone exactly how I said it would for pretty closely. I mean, it's always hard to predict the market, but it has gone pretty similar to my calls on this. Yeah, just interesting to see it break down. If you remember earlier today, I said that the next price level is 3,000 to 3,300. And it's heading its direction that way now. It did say to be caution today and yesterday. It's turned out to be some good suggestions there, not in financial advice, of course, but yeah, look at that chart hitting down on Hedron there. So very, very cool. Yeah, buying more at 10 cents, says Chris P. So that's good advice for sure. Very nice. Now, if any of you want to come in on the live show and have a chat, this will be the first format I've done. So just type in live there, and I'll post a link if anyone's keen to come on, chat about the price, strategies, and stuff like that. It's all about price, Hex and Hedron, and the crypto market. So look at this breakdown at the moment. Of course, a lot of people have been speculating on the Hedron price. Obviously, it has to go through price discovery. So it's been a bit of fun just to watch that play out, but definitely coming down at the moment. Woohoo! Buy the dip, says Sequoia. Buy the dip. I like it. Buy the dip. Yeah. So we've got, it's funny, it takes about, I don't know, it takes a few, probably about 5 seconds to get to my studio from YouTube, but buy the dip, says Sequoia. Nice. All right, so yeah, we've got the price at 3,581. That's broken down. We're on the hourly chart here. And of course, I think I did my live stream not too long ago, actually. Was it yeah, about 3 hours ago? So 3 hours ago, we were up around the 4,000 mark, maybe slightly higher here. So I think we're maybe about 4,400, somewhere into that ballpark. And now it's broken down exactly as we indicated here. So pretty interesting stuff, man. That's interesting. 3,581. Woohoo! All right, so let's pull up. I think I've got all my stuff in there. Let's pull up the structure there. Here's the structure, man. This has worked pretty like clockwork. Let's pull up the price here, and we can see that we've got the Bollinger Bands. Sorry, the not Bollinger Bands. Well, I've forgotten the name now. Let me just remind myself. The Fibonacci. Sorry, apologize for that brain freeze. Boop, boop, boop. All right, cool. All right, so we've got obviously the launch on here. I'm going to move to the daily candles. And we'll pull it out too, just to come back here. Not many days, really, if you think about it at all. I think we're on day 17. And, of course, yeah, day 17 here. But after we had that big 12X, so let's do the 12X there from the 3rd of March all the way up to the very top. I think it was about 45, was it 7? Yeah, about that high. So, 12X returns. You got to have a pullback right after a 12X for sure, especially one that happened in only 8 days. So that's probably obvious there. We did struggle. We did fight around the top here. There was a bit of trading to be made and volatility. But as you can see, we've pretty much come down that downtrend now as well. So let's take it back to the hourly. Let's pull up this price chart, price details here. And we can actually see that we're heading towards the smiley face here. A smiley face if you're buying, not if you're selling, of course. Now, let's have a flashback, actually. It's flashback because if we hide all the stuff here, remember, which candle was it? This candle, let's see here. This candle here. Remember this candle? We had a big buy, 770,000 US dollars. About, was it? No, 670,000 US dollars was bought here. Now they're out of the money now. So, they pushed the market. They saved the market after it had its big run up. It came back down to 4,500. And, of course, a couple of hours later, I was thinking this is going to break down earlier than it did now. But this one buy kept it going. And, of course, we saw a rally here to newer highs as well after the 670. But that's just too good to be true, right? Too good to be true. and we're slowly sinking back down here to 3650. So the big question is, where is the bottom, right? Where is the bottom? And of course, we've talked about that. 3,000 to 300 is the next one. I think that's a good chance it could stay there, but after a 12x. So what's the good reason why it might stay at 3,300 is because, sometimes sellers do get tired, I should say, lose momentum, and the buyers come in, right? The other, of course, is that we have some structure support on that price way back here on the 10th, on the 9th here, and so in the 10th. And of course, that's where we've got some good support. We've also got the Fibonacci in there as well. We'll add that back in. We've got the Fibonacci here. 61.8 is 3,086. We've also got the previous high in the price structure itself, which is at 3,300. So that kind of gives us a pretty strong support line. But, it's first price discovery, so we don't have, other parabolics to follow. That's kind of where I see that sitting. And of course, typically after a 12x move, you might get like an 85% pullback. It's not uncommon, right? 86. We've got 86 there on Fibonacci. That'd be 12,000, 2,000. We could see that do that. But what's the bullish case for hitting 3,300? Well, that is the fact that a lot of people with Hedron are minting it from hex stakes, and hexagons are typically those who are staked are typically diamond hands, got that diamond hand culture. But that said, we've had a lot of speculators come into the market. On Hex and Hedron, we're trending on Crypto.com and other sites like that. So we have got a lot of speculators that have bought up Hedron, and ridden it to the top. And of course, we've seen a lot of Hex sellers selling the Hex to buy Hedron. So we've seen a lot of that sort of carry on going on. And of course, that's kind of the bullish side. So the bearish side, of course, is that we go down at least down to 78.6. That'd be 2,000. And that would be a breakdown from 3,000. So how far is it going to go? I'm optimistic that it will go to 3,300 and finish out there. And of course, we've got a little distance there to go at the moment. So that would be another decrease of about, if we go to the bottom of that, that would be about another 15% down to 3,000. So let's see how we go with that. So far, the calls have been pretty on the money. But like I say, calling the bottom and calling the tops are not always that easy. So if we could do it every time, we'd be able to write an almanac, as I said earlier today. So far, so good. This hasn't played out yet. So we have to drop that down. And I would take it safely down to that part there. So at the end of the bottom is the case on the bullish case there. Azusa says some news about Pulsechain. No news about Pulsechain. We have got in the next day or two, we are expecting Pulsechain testnet 2.5 to launch. That's probably about it. So yeah, let me know if you want to come on to the chat here. Let me know, and I'll post the link. You can come on. It's the first time I've ever invited people to come on, but if you want to come on and talk about price, feel free. Now, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, of course. And here we are with the price chart looking pretty good. Your average Joe says 3 a.m. here. Yeah, I know. A lot of people in the United States, northern part of the United States, is probably about 3 o'clock there. So what's that? New York, that sort of place. And of course, it just depends where you are around the world. I probably should pull up some clocks. I don't know what time everyone's up around. This is kind of a special launch. I just saw the Hedron price breaking down, so I thought I'd do a little community price chart here. It's pretty interesting to see this play out. So so far so good on that. It's playing out, and of course 3,653. So I don't think we're getting I don't think we're going to get a lot of Hex selling at this stage unless we get down to this bottom mark. People are going to wait to see what the price is to sell out there. So at the moment we've got Hex. Let's jump over to Hex here. We've got Hex at 10.85 cents. Man, oh man, it is teasing us, isn't it? Teasing us right in the bottom of this hourly Bollinger Band. So let's go to the daily. And we'll check that out. Woohoo! All right, nice. Man, I'm enjoying this latte, folks. Really cool. So yeah, 10.5. We actually the last couple of hours ago, we were as high as also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours ago. We're up at 12.65. Oh, that's on the daily. Sorry, I thought I was still on the hourly. There we are. Yeah, only 5 days ago, we're up at 14.7 was our high. Sorry. I got to stop thinking I'm on the daily there. So yeah, back on that day, we're up down 36% from there. Was it down 36? Let me just go the other way. That's probably the way to go. Yeah, down 25%. Sorry, 25% on the way down. But yeah, we did have 14.7 the other day. We're certainly testing it here. This is the turning point. This is the decision point on X chart. We're watching it right now in real time. This is the decision point. Not only that, but we're also watching the Hedron breakdown too, and hopefully it will find support at 3,300. So far, so good. The calls have been pretty onto it at the moment. So we did have a battleground around about that 2,600 mark, which is where I said it would go to. We battled around that mark, and of course, then it broke down. And I said that the next mark, of course, at the time was 3,000 to 3,300. So it looks like the case. Your average Louisiana. Oh, beautiful. Louisiana, isn't that a beautiful state in America? Oh, cool. When Pulse Moon, says that guy. When Pulse, yeah, we're going to wait for Pulse. I think Pulse at least a month away, that guy, at least a month. What day is it now? The 15th, yeah, at least a month away at the earliest. Pulsechain testnet 2.5, then Pulsechain testnet 3, and away we go. I don't think there's been anything on that. I'm not really focusing on Pulsechain at the moment, just doing the Hex here, but the price charts. We've got the crypto market looking okay at the moment. So even though it's red, it's still looking all right at those levels. And of course, here we are tracking it down. Let's jump over to, let's hide all this stuff and go down to there. So nice. Whew. This is kind of the mark here, 3,300. Very, very cool. Breaking down. I know that many of you probably made some pretty nice profits on the way up, that's for sure. Very cool. Right, get into the chat, folks, and let us know if you're looking to pick up some Hex at 8 cents. If it gets to 8 cents, would you pick up some Hex? If it gets to 10 cents, just write 10 cents or 8 cents if you're willing to pick up some Hex at that price. Let us know. It is accumulation phase for Pulsechain. And remember, this is probably the last big chain at the end of this bull cycle. And of course, that's also the biggest, going to be the biggest as well. Maybe the last and maybe the biggest out of them all. We know a few of the other chains are kind of refining themselves, but really this is the big last one. And it's going to be the biggest. It's going to be huge. It's going to be massive. Your average Joe says 10 and 8. Yeah. So nice dollar cost average down there at 10 and 8. Yeah. So that's what Randy Hilarski said in this video earlier today was 10 and 8 cents that he was looking. Even 6 cents, of course, he said as well that he'll DCA at that price. But he didn't want to go below 10 cents. I don't want to go below 10 cents because I think it's important for the way up towards Pulsechain. It also depends if a lot of Hexkins buy the Hex at those prices, it's really good. But if a lot of speculators buy the prices down at that level, it's not so good. It's just about who's buying it, right? Because a lot of people talk about, getting rid of loose hands and stuff like that, holding Hex. But the problem is that what happens if you have the same sort of people pick the Hex up, right? So, it's a bit of a cancellation there. But definitely, I think definitely when the price gets down here, there are a lot of Hexkins, Pulsexkins buying Hex, that's for sure. Anyway, this is the Hedron price. So I should talk about Hex when I'm talking about Hex. Keep it on the Hex chart there. There's the Hex chart. Woohoo! We're looking not too bad. Holding here. This is a critical day on the price here. 10.85. It'd be nice to get a rally. Maybe over to 12 cents. Nice to get a green candle in the next sort of 24, 36 hours to get over 12 cents would be pretty positive. And that would continue our chance of having an uptrend. We were on an uptrend. It was just these two red candles, and there were some OGs trading for Hedron. So it has had an impact. Now, someone left a comment on one of the videos saying, it's not Hedron's fault and all this stuff. Well, the reality was that when you go into the trades, which I was looking, the big trades, they were trading out and for Hedron. So let's go check that on the whale bot. Pretty sure we got that last one in here. So we got some sold there. That was 2 hours ago. Let's have to see where this one's gone. This might just be USDC. Let me just double check on this account. $1.5 million. That's not got the Hedron one, so it must be the one before that. I'll have to scroll down a bit farther than I'll get closed out on here on the account. Bear with me, folks. Rats. All right, let me just scroll faster than that. What happens when you don't have the just sold 5.6? I think it was this one 10 hours ago. Let me have a look on this one. Bam. Sure they've got it on here. No, it's not that one. It's not that one either. It's one of these trades that had it on. So I didn't actually queue it up for this, so I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm not logged in onto that account, so it's a bit awkward trying to get to the right transaction. Let us know if the music's at a good level. It's the first time I ever put music on this live stream. First time I've ever done this price chart one here. So pretty laid back session, man. Just chilling with the chart as the Hedron price breaks down. Yeah, so this is pivotal for Hex holding this line. And this is pretty interesting to see when this will find its bottom. As I say, I think 3,000, 3,100 is kind of the mark here in the support area. It also matches up with the Fibonacci. I don't know why I'm forgetting the word Fibonacci just suddenly. So definitely in this area here. So if we rehash this, we can see that when we were going up here with this big rally, man, it was a beautiful thing to watch too, wasn't it? And of course, we had this really nice steep angle. And of course, that was, as long as it was holding that, I was going in. And of course, this here was, well, I got in at, where did I get in? I got in at, I saw it at 550 at the bottom. I got in at about 700 or something. And then, of course, it was riding up this angle here, this long angle. This kind of became its long-term structure. And, of course, then, of course, it started going up even faster, right? So you see it's going up this rate. That's, like, real cool. And then it starts changing its angle, and it goes even faster up in price. And, of course, that's this angle up here. Then it broke down. And, of course, this angle became the next important line, and it broke down. Before that, I thought, oh man, it's going down, going to go down fast now. You know, sometimes they can go down real quick. With this, of course, we had a couple little started recovering, and then we got that big buy, 670,000 US dollars, and of course that spiked it up to was it 7,130 from the low of 5,000. So massive pump, and then of course it sold back down, went back up, sold back down, gave it more momentum. Because when people saw this, it gave them a bit more emphasis to keep pushing it up. Got pushed up again, some big buys in there, and then it started breaking down from this long angle here. So once it broke down here, it kept going up this line here. I was a little nervous around here because of these little breaches, but it did end up following that, and then it broke down. So once it broke down, I knew that it was just about at its last, like it's near the end. And of course, we were then testing the long-term one, the one we started off with. Is the line that we ended up testing, right? So we started off here, and then we got back to it, right? So that wasn't a good sign, because every time the angle gets flatter, you know the momentum's going out of the buyers, beating the sellers, right? And of course, once it got to this long-term line here, that was big time that was going to go down. So you had real confidence it was going to go down. Then we started this channel, right? This downward channel. And of course, way it went up here. You think that it might go up here, and then it could go up to do something like that. You know, that'd be just luck, a bit of luck if a big whale decided to come in, right? But other than that, it was going to go down, and that's what it's done. Go up and down, and just slowly slipping back down. Because remember, it was a 12x returns, right? 12x in 8 days. And of course, you know, once it starts sliding, then people get worried. They think, oh, I'm just going to hold this, but then they start worrying, and then the market starts coming down. So, you know, and all those speculators that were in early, they want to hold their profits. If they got 4x or 5x profits, they want to hold on to that or whatever. If they didn't sell at 12x, they want to hold on to a 6, 7x profit. So they get a bit nervous as the market starts going down. They see this channel, and of course, looking to sell down. But once again, this was the target here with the little smiley face. You know, the only reason why, like the positive argument that it will stay there, like I said earlier, is the fact that, you know, assuming that the hexagons dominate, that this might be able to hold up here at the 3,000, 3,100 before bouncing off. Obviously, the bearish case is that it goes down to 2,000, and of course, that would take us back down to a 78% correction, down to 2,000 there. So we'll see how it goes. But so far, so good with the analysis on that one. That guy says can't hear the music. Is it Rolling Stones, Child of Moon? Actually, I'm not sure what it is, actually. I can't hear the music. Let me put the music up. Let me know if you can hear the music now. Just put it up pretty loud. Maybe I can hear it, but you guys can't hear it. What's else got there? Francina's in the house. Hey, Francina. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Man, hanging out with the cool Hexkin, Pulsechain community. I wish there was one word that we could use for the whole community. Maybe a Richard Hart community. How about that? Richard Hart community. I like that. Maybe the Hart community. Just shorten it down. Hart community. Welcome, Hart community. That's really cool. That guy says, yeah, still quiet though. Are you talking about the music? All right, he's talking about the music. Let me. I only put it up a little bit, so let me just check that music. Let me go up to. I'll go up to 40%. Let me know if that's about right for you guys, because they're quite recently loud for me. Although I could turn down my volume. Not sure if my volume actually impacts picks up the sound. Let me know how that's on your end. Francina says hi, hello and hi. Good to see you. Francina, Hex can love Richard Hart. Nice one. I like that. It's got a good ring to it. So here we are, folks. We've got a little green candle in there. Let's zoom in on this. Actually, it's kind of nice having the whole picture, but let me just zoom on this. How am I going to do? Change the scale. How about that? It's a bit better. Very cool. Whew. Man, it's funny having like a downtrend happening for Hedron, and of course trying to find the bottom. That's the kind of the price discovery that Rackham talks about. The Overwatch whale is finding the price discovery and then having X return off that. Of course, on Hex that was like $1 million, right? That was like $1 million. Which says yes. Cheers, everybody. Got my latte sitting back, watching the Hedron correction. Woohoo! Where's the bottom? Where's the bottom? Yeah, as soon as it started breaking down from 4,000, then he knew that the chances it was going to go down now. So it was hitting 4,000 twice. The angle was going down, so it seemed like it was inevitable it's going to break down below 4,000. Now it's trying to, a little green candle here at 3,700. But I think it is destined for 3,000, 3,300, and then maybe we'll get the bounce off that. That's my kind of expectation at this stage. Cal says too many zeros, lol. Yes, a lot of zeros, but if you're in crypto, you don't care, right? You don't care, Cal. Too many zeros. We're used to a lot of zeros. It's the people in the fiat world only can handle 2 zeros. But we can. We're in crypto, man. We can handle 9 digits. We can think in 9 digits number. That's just funny. Good comment though, Cal. Once again, if you want to come on the live stream, it's the first time I've opened this up, let me know. I'll put in the link in the video description. You can jump on, have a chat about the price. It's up to you. And strategies, price strategies. Cool. Hey, it was pretty cool seeing Craig Wadding doing Hex Gen, of course, launching his own YouTube channel to cover Hex, Pulsechain, and Pulsechain. That's going to be positive. The more content creators, the better. Also helps with the YouTube algorithm, so it's pretty important. Oh, look at that. It was green. It was green for a moment, then it went red again. And we got the Hex price just teasing us at this stage. So yeah, very cool. Cheers, everybody. Accumulate. I've got Richard Hart posted a tweet. Let's go check the tweet out from Richard Hart. Let's go check that out. Pro tip, this is Richard, pro tip, I don't stop promoting things I care about regardless of dips. In other words, the price dip that we've got now, delays, in other words, Pulsechain, and of course, or butt hurts. So people's, fudding emotions or something like that, I don't know. That's so cool. The other thing was this video, man. This was absolutely cool on this video. This was pretty neat. So actually, we might jump on this when we have a look at this. Pretty cool. I'll just pause that for a second. Let me just pull this up. I'll also watch this video, eh? We're just going to take a break from the price. We'll come back to it afterwards. Let us add in this screenshot here. I'm going to remove that. Bam. All right, cool. All right, so let's play this. I'm going to turn off my music on the background, and bam. That's right. Stop that one, and we're going to play this. Let's think I can full screen that. And let's watch this from the beginning. Cool. Hopefully there's no copyright music on it. Music.
We'll be turning around first and then letting the McLaren through. Let's go, guys. Well, what do you think? It'd be magic.
That was pretty cool, I thought. That was pretty cool. Hopefully I don't get pinged on the music, as I say. Let's share the window back again. Bam, and we'll get out of there. Oh, away we go, onto there. Nice. Let's go to the comments there. Matt's in the house. Hey, Matt Highgate, let's get this to Netflix, baby. Yeah, I agree with you. And it's going to be so good, man. Honestly, these guys are world-class, Emmy award-winning. I mean, this thing's going to be really amazing. You can see by the cuts that they're doing, the shots, and just the little promos there. Nice. Mike Matt says, I just spit my drink out. Fire on fire. What else we got on there? So clap hands here. Nice. So very, very cool. Gonna be a lot of fun. I love that dolly. That dolly camera is so cool. Everyone watches they had a dolly camera, right? Nice. Right, so cool on that. Meanwhile, back in the price of Hedron. Now the correction is on. Matt says RH definitely copied some gobbies upwards. Yeah, I probably Matt. Back at the castle you're talking about, right? Back at the castle. Yeah. Let's get this to next Netflix, baby. Yeah. Woohoo! Yeah, we're up at 3,423 subscribers. So thanks everybody for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe. We're going to get this channel up amongst the big fish of the content creators. That's the currently targeting up there. Get up in the 7,500 mark. That'd be cool. They put us in the middle of the pack at the moment. Of course, the target's always moving, right? The channel's always getting bigger, and of course, that's a good sign, right? That's a good sign for growing and promoting when we get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's good when you're doing YouTube to always have some ambition and to try and grow your channel. That's what it's all about. So get the word out there. And it's easy to do that, right? When you've got the best products in crypto to talk about, that makes it quite easy, right? I'd probably get pretty tired talking about Bitcoin, to be honest. Even though Bitcoin's nice, I would get a bit tired of that. But when you're talking about this awesome ecosystem that Richard Hart's doing, it's like a joy and a pleasure. So it's pretty cool. Nice. We've got a comment there from Digglewolf. Hex struggling. Yeah, Hex is at a turning point at the moment. So this is really a turning point for Hex on the price chart. No doubt. So like I say, we're at a turning crossroad here. So let's pull this into the daily here, and we'll pull up the structure and pull that in there. So definitely teasing around this area. Obviously, the next part there is, I haven't even got the line in, but let's put the line in now while we're here. You see where it is. So we've kind of, in reality, we've kind of got these prices. People talk about 8 cents, but really you're talking about 7 cents, like psychologically 8 cents, but really you're talking about 7 cents. We just rid of that and make that orange. I'm gonna make that flat line. And actually, that's not a very nice line. Let's make that straight line. Oh, that's not good either. Let's make that straight line. Yeah. So we got this kind of 7 cent mark here, but 8 cents above there. I mean, give or take. It's always a give or take, but based on the structure there, that's kind of where we got there. And then, of course, if we Put another line in. So take it over there, and pretty even. And that's like 5.2 cents. So people talk 8 cents and 8 cents and 6 cents, but really it's kind of like 7 cents and 5 cents. And do we really want to go down there? I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a whole nother parabola down, right? So we've got this big movement up here on the hex chart, then this big one here. And do we really want to have another one that goes down here like that? You know, do we really want that? I don't think so. Obviously, that could be punched in the nose. Like you could punch that price in the nose if it does do that. Because Pulsechain is coming sooner than later. We're on the last, two little short stints left. Pulsechain 2.5 and 3. So it could get punched in the nose, even if it does decide to go down there and dip down. It would just be a zigzag dipping down there. So cool. All right, let me scroll that back up there. A pretty pivotal point. Of course, 10 cents is a very important line. Actually, haven't got that drawn in there, but that's very important. I might as well draw that in while I'm here. I haven't drawn it in because I didn't want the price to go down there. That's funny. I'm going to crack myself up. All right, so let's push that in. All right, so there. All right, don't be an emotional trader, everybody. Just time in the market. Time in the market. That's pretty much the way we go. Nice. All right, so there's some little lines there, all based on either psychological lines or the previous price points, which are really weak, right? They're really weak because it's the first time we went up those piece, at least on this chart. This chart only goes back to May the 21st. So if we go to, let's pull up the old log chart, and we've got XOG log chart. Let's pull that up. What's this look like? I haven't looked at this for a little bit. Bam. All right. So yeah, based on my charting here, this is the hex price chart since the beginning. So we're back here on the 2nd of January. Sorry, 2nd of December 2019. We got the all-time low on the 5th of January. That was a lot of zeros back then. 4 zeros, 56. And then of course we had the all-time high here on the 10th of September, and that was 52 cents. And of course now we have broken out of that support. So the support line here is based on this one here, this candle on the 20th of November, and of course this candle here on the 13th of November. So obviously if you ignore those, because obviously Hex has a lot of spikes and flash, there was one big flash crash. Apart from that, this would be breaking out of there at the moment. So that's not the best. But obviously it's just going to follow a different path now. It's kind of where we're at on that at this stage. So I think that was the end of Pulsechain Sacrifice, this line here. End of Pulsechain, so put that down there. End of Pulsechain, so cool. I'm just marching on there. We've got the arrow up there. That's where ideally we ideally want to get back into that path. A little breach underneath is probably not too bad, but definitely want to get back there. Cool. Let us get in the chat there. Dingle says Hedron struggling. Yeah, Hex struggling and Hedron struggling. That's correct. That's why we're doing this live stream, Dingle Wolf, because man, things are changing. But once again, Hex is still holding. As long as it can hold, man, it'll be all right and bounce off. Like I said, get up to 12 cents next 36 hours. Be okay. Yeah, you got the tongues out too, Dingle. Cal says US Intel saying Russia might run out of resources in 10 days. Interesting to see that. Yeah, I did see that commentary, Cal. And that's probably a fair call given the way that they haven't really taken the big cities. So that's probably a fair call on that. And of course, all those Stinger missiles and everything else coming in, certainly going to give the Ukrainians, plus with their, it's their land, right? So you always got, the land better. You know the grit, you've got the grit, and they've got a lot of confidence, right? Yeah, they've got that old school type of confidence. They don't have the amount of soy boys that we've got in some of these other countries, right? So they're a lot tougher than that. Cal says exhausting ammo manpower. Yeah, that's right. I think that's a fair commentary. Hey, Hex Token says Pablo, what do you think about the EU proposing to ban proof of work blockchains? Yeah, well, they failed on the vote there, Pablo. They failed on the vote. In fact, we've got that on Richard Hart's channel. They had the vote come out. Let me just hopefully I can get to it without. Let me just redo that again. Sorry about this, not logged in on this one. All right, so here is breaking. The Econ Committee of the EU Parliament just voted against the de facto proof of work ban 32 against, 24 in favor. Now, the 24 in favor of banning is, they really don't know what they're talking about. I bet you if you ask these guys what it's all about, they're just ideologically driven. It's a problem with a lot of these EU parliaments. They're also woke, and they're just crazy people, most of them. But anyway, it's good to see 32 against, right? So that was good. A big relief and political success for the Bitcoin and crypto community in the EU. We'll share a breakdown of the vote and what's next here in the thread. So very cool, man. We survived those nutters. We got through. So pretty good stuff there. So yeah, good topic there though, Pablo. Appreciate you bringing that up. Nice. Okay, 3,660 on Hedron. Man, are we going to hit that bottom? Let me pull up the line here. Just let me drag that over so we can see that at the moment. So that's that one. And of course, I haven't got a line for that one, but we might draw this into. Let's drag. This is a 68 on the old icon, but we're going to take away the. Once I've got an arrow on that one, let me just delete that. Once I've got the arrow on that one, don't want the arrow. Let me just get a line here. That's because I had the arrow selected. That's probably why. We'll get the. Oh, this is 68, 61.8 line on the Fibonacci. And yeah, that's probably do with the green there. So cool. I think it's going to probably fall somewhere in here. So I might move my little smiley face, put it in the end there. It's probably a little bit different. Yeah, cool. So far, so good, man. I mean, I've been making pretty good calls. I'm pretty happy about this because, man, I'd have been a bit upset if I still had all my Hedron up here. But hey, like I say, these lines have worked perfectly. These lines have been perfect. That's what's helped to get a good price upside. This baseline was the most important one. As it break down that line, it was really cool. Now, when I was going up here and hit this line, and then it started going up the steep line, I was like, going, wow, man, it's game on now. This thing's going to ride up real fast, and it did do that. But as soon as it starts breaking back down these other lines here, the rate of buying is going down. And of course, then eventually that breakdown of the long-term one here, where it all began, that began the downtrend there. And it did try to make a little recovery, but no, the only chance it would have had hit here is if someone really big came in. That never happened. Relying on some big wallet coming in is not a good strategy. It does happen now and then, but it's not a good strategy to run by. We saw that back here, right? So that was the saving grace. There was that big one. Cool. Nice on there. Matt says, Matt Hogarth's in the house. Plenty of soy boys here in Australia. We're going to soft. Great to see the majority of people waking up to the BS. Yeah, I hope so, Matt. I hope so. But, the propaganda, mainstream media is so bad. And there's so many people out there just, yeah. And none of us want conflict, of course. We want peace and love and joy and all that. But the reality is that, there's always bad forces in the world. And you can't, you've got to have a bit of grit to be able to push back on them, right? It's no use running down the street going, oh my gosh, So yeah. Cool. I don't think it's over though. There's more scenarios to play out. Probably the biggest one is the Taiwan. So we'll see how that goes with that. That would be next level stuff, right? That make Ukraine look small if that happened. But anyway, let's happy faces. All right, cool. All right, so let's keep it on crypto as much as possible. I know there's a lot of geopolitical issues, but this is crypto after all, so we'll try and stay on to that topic. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for that little music that was on the highest of stakes video, because that's probably copyright, I imagine. So we'll see whether they tag me for that. All right, so we'll zoom on that. What's that? Screen that up. That's looking a bit better. Yeah. So let's add in the. I might just add in the. Keep that straight, and then need to put in a little text box, eh? That make it a bit easier to read. So that's 33,000, I think. Make it bold. 33,000, and let's put another box as well. And we're going to call that, let's say 300. This is around 3,000. Let's just round it off 3,000. And we'll change the color on that though. We'll change it to green. Cool. So that's kind of our range there. Right, cool. Cal says we'll buy a little at 786. Ah, 786. Okay, going down that far. Wow. Wow. Okay, that's next level prediction back on there. I don't think it's going to get down to 786. I find that very unlikely. Very unlikely. Not impossible, but just I think unlikely going back to that. I think because you start off a project, and of course this was epic. It was backed by some pretty wealthy people in the community. Of course, that's why we get a 12x on it. Then it has a nice pullback. What's it going to pull back to? So if we take into the calculator there, what we got here? So 786. That's down here, right? So let me put a line on for that one. So 786. Let's do that. That's probably about there. Let's change that to I don't know, red. It's a pretty badass one. Let's make that 3. So you're talking about down here. That's that's pretty low. So if we take it from the all-time low here, what we got here, 5.5, and take it up to there. That's 40%. That's only 0.4 of an X there. That's not a lot. So it's gone up 12x, and you're going to say it's going to come back all the way there. Just don't see that happening. I know there's a lot of volume. I know we got forever amount. That's an 88.5% pullback. I don't expect to see that. We could come back to maybe 1,000, maybe 1,200, but not quite down to 800 is my guess. Let's see. What else we're going to do there? Let me have a look here. Let's pull up the right, and we're going to go check out how many Hedron are in the market now. Of course, they're going to keep minting Hedron. I agree with that. The volume's going to be going up. I keep talking about that. There's 65.9 trillion. That's a little big T, folks, trillion. But the big majority of that is in the Origin account, the Hex Godwell, up in these top wallets up here. So yeah, I've been saying this for some time. Any of these wallets could, impact the price quite severely in these top 150 wallets. So we'll see. What's over there? Bam. Yeah, 65.9 trillion Hedron, eh? Woohoo! Nice. Sorry, the 78.6, 2,000 lol says Cal. Yeah, I can see that too. That's definitely in the game. That's definitely in the game. I said, I definitely agree with that in the game. But what I was going to say was that if it comes down to here, this would be, a fairly good pullback. And the bullish case for this is the fact that sellers do get a bit more exhausted, and the buyers come in at this level at 3,000 and defend the price, and of course then we can get moved up. But of course your scenario is quite realistic. I mean, it's definitely in the game there. So how would I put this? Maybe if I was going to attach probabilities, I'd probably attach a 70% probability to 61.8 and maybe a 30% down to 86. So there we are. That's a way of kind of thinking about it. Let me know what you think about that. You'll probably flip it out. You'll probably go 70% down to 78.6. I know what's going to happen here. I'm getting that's the game there. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at the moment on this. And cool. Right. Let us get in here. Let me pull that up. Just trying to get the scale without ruining the chart. Sorry about that. Let me just get this in a good position there. That's probably about right there. So cool. All right, let me just, I'm not sure I had it really good before. I'm not sure what's happened there with the old, nice. All right, so let's see how we go on there. I might take that down to, damn, that's probably about right. Yeah, all right, cool. It's a little mucking around, but that's the way you go. Nice. I'm not sure if I'll put the music back on again, see whether you guys can hear the music. Brand, let's go to brand. Haven't done that. I've got the acoustic, had that on. It's called Acoustic Cinematic. The only other good song they've got there is Feeding the Ducks, which is kind of like a beat song, a beat. Right. Love the emojis. I've still got, I think I've got 3 more emojis I can put up. I think it's 10 emojis, so I've got 7 up there at the moment. Nice. If you haven't subscribed, like, share, hit the bell. And of course, I'm going to try and move to 2 live streams a day, about 10 hours apart. We're looking to do that as well. Cool. Yeah, if you haven't checked out the live show earlier today, we cover everything: Pulsechain, Pulsex, a little bit of Pulsex, mostly Pulsechain, Hex, of course, Hedron, liquid loans, Intra, Power City, and internet money. So we cover all those in the live stream earlier. I've got a nice timestamp too, so jump straight to the project that you want interested in. Pulse Visionary says Hammer Dulcimer. Hey, Pulse Visionaries in the house. Woohoo! One of our moderators. Good to see you, Pulse, in the house there. I think Pulse Visionary, I think you change your name all the time. I think that's right. So Dinglewolf's in the house as well. I've got 2 moderators in the house. Good to see you guys in the chat there, as well as everybody else, of course. Rocking the DMV. Rocking the DMV. Let me know if you can hear the music, because I'm not sure if you guys can actually still hear the music yet. So let me know if you can hear music. I hear the music or something like that. Beat up the music. Cool. All right, so let's jump over to Hex, see what Hex is doing. 10.7, just sitting around there at the moment. All it takes is one decent sell, right, to push it down. I am quite cognizant of that. So far, so good. Let's go to the hourly on here. We'll pull away all the structure from the daily. Here's the hourly chart. Not looking the best, obviously, on the hourly. So we'll screen that up there too. The last time we were at this range, this is the second time we're testing this range, really. And of course, based on this, we could go down 13% more to get down to the low. That would be 9.3 cents. That would be a breakdown under 10 cents if we stayed there. So it's teasing us at the moment at this level, man. This is real teasing. This is the last time, as you can see before that, we're really testing this now. I guess this is the first time. We've got 1, 2, 3 here. I guess you want to look at that. Pulse Visionary is in the house with the hearts. Love it. And of course, it's me, Sandra. Oh, Sandra. Oh, hi, Sandra. Hey, Sandra. Good to see Sandra in the house. Pulse Visionary. That was very tricky, Sandra. Very tricky indeed, changing the name there. Is this your permanent name or is this another channel? Let me know. Jam's music is vibing. Nice one, Jams. Appreciate that. So you can definitely hear that. I hope it's at the right level as well, because I've got it at 40%. It's at 40%. Hello, says Crypto Maniac. Hey, good to see you, Crypto Maniac. Welcome to the chat. Here we are. We're covering the price, of course, and it's just a bit of a hangout. Pretty laid back. As we see, Hedron's broken down even further. 3,400. Oh my gosh. I feel like, oh man, that's amazing. It's just going exactly where we expect here now. Cal might end up being right. So been right pretty well so far, but hey, it's got to defend the 3,300 mark, and it might very well go down to 2,000. It's increasing the chance there. Nice. And of course, if we've got the markets at the moment looking not too bad. I mean, they're down a little bit, a couple of percent. It's still holding up okay. East gas is 12 Gwei. Are you kidding me? 12 Gwei? Let's have a look at that. 14 Gwei, 12 Gwei. My goodness, if you are doing an unstake, folks, do it now, because it's only 12, 14 Gwei. Amazing Gwei. That's incredible. Wow. If you're going to claim your Hedron, by the way, it's a good time to do it too. Claiming the Hedron bonus. So definitely get into that. Let's pull it up actually. Just while we're here, because we'd like you to all claim your bonus. That would cost you. Probably cost you maybe $3 or something, $4 or something, maybe $3, maybe $2 to claim your Hedron bonus. You got 2 days and 15 hours to go until it goes to 8x. You get 9x when you claim at the moment. Just have to connect your wallet. You'll see your stakes down to the right there. You've got an action button next to each stakes. Just click the claim button and you'll lock in your 9x for the life of your stake. It doesn't matter when you mint the tokens. That's the second function. Doesn't matter when you mint, but definitely get into that, man, oh man. This is just the opening salvo for Hedron. Of course, this is just the beginning of its price cycle, its first parabolic, really. So, it's going to have many more parabolics in the price chart. So I have no doubt about that. So, Crypto Maniac says, I'm debating whether to DCA at 3,400. I think it's going to come down a little bit further. I'd probably just hold off a little bit further. Once again, not investment advice, but I'd probably just hold off just a little bit. into here. So I don't know if you can use Matcher or 1 inch or whatever. You can actually do limit orders and have it get filled that way. Cal says seen it hit 9 earlier. Really, Cal? That's amazing. 9. Wow. Francina says hi, Sandra. Big shout out to you. Very cool. I got to make sure I look in the camera as much as possible. So there we are. Hi everybody. Here's my latte. It's 2/3 gone. So just like the Hedron price, it's down 2/3 kind of thing. All right. So let's have a look at what X's we're up at the moment since we've come down to 3,300. Oh my gosh, we're just about testing the goal there. There's a smiley face. Will the market defend it? Of course, my scenario is the fact that people will find it attractive price to defend, but it's not inevitable, right? We've got this early structure support here, but it's only one time, right? It's only one time. And of course, so we've got some weak support here. We've also got the Fibonacci here at 61.8. A lot of the times the pullbacks go to there, but sometimes they do go to 78, and sometimes obviously more than that. But let's see whether we can hold this range here as well, because other people will be watching this too. So we'll see if that's the case. Now, what was I going to comment? I was going to say something else as well. Pulse Finish says, love Frontset Hexagons, love RH, nice one. And of course, we'll see where this goes, but big dive down here. If you'd bought at 3,400, you'd be full now too. There, Crypto Maniac, you would be full at this time. But I do have a feeling it's going to go down to this target area at least. So yeah. Yeah, as Cal said, it could it's probably a 70% that will defend this, and a 30% chance going down to 76 is kind of the way I see that. Nice one, Cal. I got the cat in here. Of course, the cat is just sleeping on the floor, has oblivious to what's happening to Hedron price. The cat is just, whatever's happening, I don't care. As long as I'm fed every day and, cared for, that's probably all that matters. It's probably true in life, right? True in life. Nice one. Rex Industry says, debating if I put my Hedron gains back into Hex to get more free Hedron later. Yeah, so a couple of people have done that. Randy Halaski's done it. We had someone in the chat earlier today saying that they did that. What have I done? I've turned a lot of my Hedron into Hex because a Hedron is a derivative of Hex. So you always want the underlying token. You're speculating on the price parts of both. Obviously, with the Hedron being cheaper, you got the X's can be a bit like original, like Hex was. The thing is, of course, is that you need things. Obviously, the Hex God whales in this project, so that's actually quite bullish. So we'll see how that plays out. I think they'll come in later, right? So our first 2 months, I definitely think that we can do 10x from the opening price. So that'd be up to 33,000. But that's over like a 2-month period. So far we're on day 17. So we'd have to have at least another parabolic a price rise in that time frame, right? So 45, maybe 43 days. 43 days, is that right? 43? Yeah, 43 days to do that. So we'd have to come down and then bounce off a support and then move on up there as well. I think we'll get quite a lot of buying in this zone here. We'll probably get quite a lot of buying. Let me know in the chat if you think we'll get a lot of buying between 2,000 and 3,000. Let me know. I think it's kind of where I get this defend from as well. That's the bullish scenario. Hex 10,067. Oh, it's looking dicey on the X. We're down at 3. What's the low now so far? We're on. I'm going to move it to the 15-minute chart. Let's have a look on 15-minute. There's the 15-minute chart, folks. 3,000. Yeah. Doesn't add too much more granularity actually. Down the one hour there. That's pretty good. Rex Industry says that was my thinking exactly. Thanks. Hey, all good, Rex. All good. Cheers. Yeah, it's free money, right? Free money. Get more underlying Hex token. Get a copy on Pulsechain. Get the run up when Pulsechain happens. It's kind of, you've got to wait a little bit, but with Pulsechain, but it's kind of no brainer, right? Crypto Maniac says people will buy for sure. Most people were skeptical. Now that it's pumped, they will want in. That that now that retraced, yeah, Cryptomania. So there will be a defending price. So I guess we're talking about, is it going to be the 61.8 or is it going to be the 70? Was it the 78 one? So 61.8 or the 78.6. I just think it's going to be in here somewhere, but I kind of feel this is probably a decent place to look at here. So we'll see. It can eat, as I say, it's got a little bit of structure here. The next structure here is 2,300. That might be a reasonable place. So this is the previous top here that we had. So there's another one there that we could quite reasonably get it at. Not quite the 70, the 78, but certainly that would be quite long. And of course, what would that be? What would that be? Not quite off the top there, I just realized. It'd be 67%, 2/3 pullback. That's just like my cappuccinos, the 2/3 drunk. So 2/3 pullback there. All right, so let's have a look at the X's here at the moment. Let's pull this up here. Let's have a look. We'll take it up from there, and what the price up here. So currently we're up 5x, or we're still just over 5x up out of 12x. So we're down 7x's. We've got a 5x at the moment. Interesting stuff, eh? Fascinating. Business to M2K's in house. Whoop, whoop. Hey, Business M2K, always a pleasure. Pleasure, sir. Pleasure. Pulse Visionary says, so I claim Hedron do have to mint it in order for it to show up on a MetaMask. Yes, but you don't have to mint it. You only need to mint it if you're going to sell it, kind of thing. Does that make sense? If you want to sell it at the price now, then you can do that and you can buy Hex with it and then stake your Hex like we talked about, if that's what you want to do. Cool. Pulse Visionary. So just remember Pulse Visionary. I think that's Sandra, isn't it? Pulse Visionary, yeah. Let me double check on here. Pulse Visionary, Sandra, yeah. Rick Industry says, yep, don't mint unless you are going to sell. Yeah. That's what I would do. And of course, when you claim, you lock in the bonus forever for the life of the stake. And of course, you want to mint your Hedron before the stake ends. Someone said earlier today on the previous live stream that they did their they unstaked their father's stake but forgot to mint the Hedron, even though they did the claim. They claimed they did the claim, but they forgot. So yeah, the most important thing is to hit the claim and lock in the 9x bonus so that you have that anytime. So when you as you do more days served on the Hedron, you'll get more Hedron per day. So you get like 1 Hedron per V share per day served. So the more days that you have, you get it. The other thing, of course, some people claim the whole amount now. So maybe if they've done 1,000 days, they might have 500 days they've claimed. And then, of course, every month they could claim like an income in Hedron. Pretty cool, eh? Thanks, Alex. That's Alex is the head dev for that, or the dev. Hedron to the moon says Business M2K. Yeah, Hedron's going to do very well. And of course, it is, quasi tied to Hex, of course. So the T shares and of course the price as well is going to be tied. Pulse Vision says, yes, Sandra here. Yeah, sorry, Sandra. I just momentarily forgot. My bad. So cool. All right, so down to 3,316. Woo, we're just about in the zone. Man, oh man, oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. All right, let's pull up some of the trade info. Let's see. So this is the trades we've got going. Very small ones. What was the last big trade? $25,000 at 7.2 billion Hedron. So at some stage the market's going to go, yep, I'm willing to buy lots of this at this price. So we're just trying to guess that too. But we've got like my expected zone here. We've got price here of 2,400. Then we've got a full 78.6 pullback, and that would be to 2,000, of course. And of course, I don't really see it getting down to 775, but the market can do some crazy stuff sometimes. That would be a pretty massive pullback. I'm just going to correct this Fibonacci a little bit. It's a little bit off. Let me just correct that a little bit. I'm going to pull that up to. I won't take it all the way because we want to see the price there. Just it was slightly off on the challenge there. So yeah. All right. So yeah, just raise that a little bit too. It's a little bit off now. So we've got that at Fibonacci at 3141 and 2,000. That's pretty good. Man. All right. Nice. I like it. Woohoo! Right, so looking good there. Take it. Three. Nice. All right, looking good there, folks. This was shaping that up a bit, make sure it's as accurate as possible. What we got there? There we go, folks. 3,314. Man, we almost hit the target. That's crazy. I had to come on and do live stream for this, right? Because, you know, it was just too much to resist. Hey, the Hex has pulled up a little bit. Yeah, come on, Hex. You hold this line. Hold the line, Hex. Hold the line. Hold the line. Hold the line. 3,310, man. Oh, man, it's coming. Yeah. Hold off on the 3,400. You already got it for 3,300. You've already saved you a little bit of margin there for the buys. So, who was that? Remember that said that? Who was saying 3? Crypto Maniac. Yeah. So we already saved. Got you a bit cheaper there, Crypto Maniac, at the moment. Obviously, suggestions, not investment advice. But watching that go down. The question is it going to bounce off 3,000, or is it going to go further down? It's going in real time. It's going down in real time. How often do you get to see such big movements in price in real time? Not that often. Cal says, lots of people trading Hedron for Hex. Oh, is that right? Right. So so the stuff that's getting sold here, because of the price coming down, we're just getting down to a 5x now. It's flipping back into Hedron, right? Into Hex. Let me just jump out of there, bam, and so jump out of there. I'm going to open up. Let me do right there. Let me open this up into another screen, and let's pull up the watch list. I think I'm going to pull up the Hex chart on here too. Hex version. Which one's got the pool size in it? I don't know. 5 million, 15 million. Let's pull up version. What version I got? Version 2 on this one. Version 3. Version 3. Pull up this one. 1088. It's pretty close. Not quite the same, but there we are. So let's have a look at the trades on here. Actually, I've got the trades on here, but you have to go out of it to see it. Right, so yeah, some of these trades might be into Hedron. Look at all that selling there. Bam, 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 bam. That's not cool. Not sure if that one. Let's have a look at this one. And that's from US dollars. Oh, Hedron. Yeah, so Hedron into USDC into Hex. Funny, but so as I said in the earlier video, the Hex was getting sold down into Hedron, and that's what ruined our Hex chart, right? So we were into really good on the Hex chart, so we're on a bullish uptrend there, and of course these two red candles were people selling Hex to buy Hedron, and now of course we just saw this last trade here, selling Hedron into Hex. Nice call. That's pretty awesome. So big shout out to Cal for that one. Very, very nice. Let's jump over to the Hedron there. Oh, 3,133. Oh, well. That's bringing in. We've got obviously bringing in Cal's possibility here of the 2,000 into play. It's coming closer and closer. We're now at 3,153, folks. Man, oh man, drama in the streets. There we are. So we're just definitely down from the X's there. Let me just zoom this up as well. Let's do the old ruler out. We're still up. Still up 462%. So still 4.6x from the bottom. So yeah, looking interesting there. We did tapped the line. We tapped the line. We've hit the mark. Is it going to bounce off here? Move sideways. Fascinating. Pulse Visionary says, love me some cappuccinos. Yeah, me too. Love cappuccinos. And Nicholas says, Hedron. Hey, Nicholas, good to see you in the chat. Hedron will do the triangle and pump to the moon. And Francina says, cappuccino sandra jaga. a bit like Jar Jar Binks there. Nicholas says, a guy sold over 5 million Hex today at all-time low over 10 months. Totally crazy. Yeah, crazy stuff. And of course, copy on the Pulsechain. Even our biggest whale, Overwatch, thinks it's crazy, right? So it's crazy. It's crazy since 18 cents, right? So see it in the Uniswap liquidity, says Cal. See it in the Uniswap liquidity. Yeah, I don't know if I've got that up. You're talking about with the liquidity there. We've got $1 million in there in this particular pool of USD. This is don't know how much of the other stuff is actually. Anyway, we've bounced off that mark so far. Rex says depends what price you got the Hex at, and that's true. Hit the log button, will you? Hit the log button. Here's the log button. Not too bad on the Hex plus that. Nicholas says, waiting for tomorrow, Axion show, just mind-blowing week, bro. Yeah, will be, Nicholas, will be pretty fun. Big news, new music, love it. Yeah, nice one, Nicholas. So there we are, thanks. We're back down, still just in the bottom of the range at the moment. Like I say, the next point would be if it was really dramatic going down to 200-300. That's kind of a real collapse when you get those big moves down. And of course, the next one would be 86.6. Now we'll flip the left on that one. Andrew says some jack percent sold 50 ETH worth right there. Really? That's incredible. Let us pull up the trades at the bottom. 120, what's that? 125,000 at 3146. Yeah, pretty big. Let us come out of here and show the menu. Let's go to the watch list. Let's pull out Hex off that. Let's go to the other Hedron. How much is in the other Hedron? 86, 89. Okay, we'll maybe forget that. Yeah, so most of the stuff's in the in this one here. $18,000 buy. One same address, 2 buys. So they're pretty happy with this price level. 2 buys in there. What a lot of fun, man. This Hedron chart has been really fun. I can see why it's taken so much attention from people, that's for sure. The Hex price sitting there at 10.68. Cool. Andrew says, hold baby, hold, says Andrew. Yeah, well, we're in a downtrend, Andrew. We're in a downtrend. It was going to happen all that time. I'm not surprised with this at this moment. Maya's got the dot in there. That's pretty profound with the dot, that's for sure. Maya Los Santos, like the name. Let's post some good imagery here, folks. Now, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, of course, if you want to see more videos. Hit the like, smash that likes, and of course, share amongst your friends. We're obviously going to cover cool stuff going ahead. We really are in the quiet period before Pulsechain, and of course, then it's going to be the biggest party in crypto to finish off the crypto cycle for this round. It's going to be so much fun for sure. No other project on the planet has Pulsechain coming, folks. We are so lucky to be in that zone. At the moment, it's defending the price. Woo-hoo! All right, let's pull that up there. Nice. Hey, Dinglewolf is in the house. Skid, bang, bang. Nice, yeah, Dinglewolf's in the house. And we've got the 2 moderators there in the house. Nice. So we've hit this target really. So that was pretty much done. Bam, pretty much done. Now we're going to see the green candle happen. This is going to bounce off here. Woohoo! We've got the previous support. We've got the 61.8. That's often a pullback with there, but in crypto you can see the 78.6s. So yeah, let's see. That's so far so good. Dingo Wolf's got the Spanner Boy. Yeah, Spanner Boy. That's true. Hey, it's good to have two moderators in the chat. Appreciate it. Thanks for dropping in. And I'm down at 80% of my cappuccino. Maybe when I finish my cappuccino, maybe it's over with the sell-off. I also saved. Who was it that I saved? It's 3,400. You can now pick it up for 3,200. That's a big deal, right? The percentages make a big deal. Lol says Sandra, nice. And Nicholas says it is unbelievable our crypto pump and dump so quick in the stream. Wow, yeah, that's right, Nicholas. It's all about the action. But as soon as I saw it breaking down further, I had to do a live stream because I thought, oh, this is going to happen, right? That's why I came on to do it. So cheers, everybody. Got the music pretty funky. The rest of the music that they had, the other options, there was only one song that was kind of okay. The rest of them were all pretty naff. They were pretty terrible, to be honest. I can't even believe they put them up for us to use on the live streams. Now this is a StreamYard, which a lot of people use. It's nice and easy. It lacks a lot of functionality. I'm surprised they haven't got a lot more features. There is an upgrade feature. I'm not sure what's on it. I might check it out. Sandra says it was tricky finding that idiot James here. Oh, right. That's right. In the live stream, yeah. I couldn't find them either. Not the good James. There's a good James, and then there was the silly one. Have you ever seen a hammered a dulcimer? No, I haven't. I'm not sure what that is. So you got me at a loss there, Sandra. Sounds like some sort of candle formation, is it? Some sort of candle formation. Dingle says, do you like Mintra? I haven't sacrificed for Mintra. Do I like it? I think that they're targeting a huge opportunity. I think that NFTs needs a marketplace. I don't know if they've actually delivered software before, so it's a big risk. I like the fact that Gerardo's running it, possibly if he can get an alliance of YouTubers, that could be really good for adoption. Adoption's number one, right? It's one thing building something. It's not, if people aren't using it, it's the problem, right? You won't get your fees, you won't earn the money off your sacrifice. So you want to know that they can market it and get people to actually use it. And so I think he's got a good chance of that. I think he's got a better chance than Power City for that. Although I like Power City's setup. I think Power City's setup looks a lot better. And particularly the multi-product thing, I like that. But I think there's bigger questions over Power City marketing. But I think they've got better product. Looks like it's set up better communications and stuff like that. A bit of a trade-off there. I think that the Mintra sacrifice is way too much for the platform. But if they are, like I say, if they're anything 10% successful, if they're anything successful like OpenSea, like 10%, then you're going to get rich out of it. So the sacrifice amount won't really matter, and like that. But generally, it's good. I think it's good market fit, and we need it. We need NFT marketplaces. So yeah, why not? On the other hand, I think Power City looks generally kind of more favorable from my point of view. The only thing, of course, when you're doing a lot more products, that means you've got to deliver a lot more, right? So that's the only question there. Pulse says they are beautiful. It sounds nice. Oh, that's cool. Nicholas says it is your music linked to Ricky. No, it's just a platform music. It's like there's only like 8-9 songs to choose from. It's just the way it is. So I just selected one. I saw TD on Magic Carpet Ride playing some music, I think it was. And I thought I'll put some on while we're doing the chart coverage. That is what you're listening to. Oh, is it? I don't know. Yeah, I'm listening to the standard one. It's called, let me just get it out. It's called Acoustic Cinematic. That's what the music's called. It's just background music by default. So they got other ones, dance pop, daydreaming, feeding the ducks into space, and the rest of them are pretty rubbishy except for feeding the ducks. That's kind of cool. I'll play feeding the ducks, eh? Feeding the ducks. This is feeding the ducks. So there we are, feeding the ducks. The rest of them are really bad. So yeah. Hey, Ulami's in the house. Mintra, don't put jam if you didn't stack. You don't like it fake. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Ulami. It's funny. If I don't say I like a project, the people that sacrifice for it get really upset. But I didn't say I didn't like it today. Yeah, I think you're off on the planet there. I should delete that one. Yeah. All right. So yeah. Nicholas says, guys on Pulsechain will be many coins will sacrifice. That will be scams to take care. Yeah, absolutely. I think they're all good projects. I just say there's pros and cons to them, right? Too many jealous OGs for those who have stacks. Stop it. Oh god, that's annoying. It's annoying me now. All right. Ash says, hey Pacific friend, hey Ash, good to see you in the house. And Pulse Visionary says, if you do a Google image search, you will see how lovely they are. Oh, nice. That's cool. I'll try and do that. Smash the like button, guys. You absolutely smash the like button. Very, very cool. All right, so looking good there. Look, hey, the price has bounced off. The price has bounced off the range, man. Woohoo! So far, so good. Up to 3,300. I'm not sure whether. Let me know if you've bought some Hedron in this price range. Of course, it's going to be interesting to see that. Who else was up there? And who was saying? Crypto Maniac. Let me know if you ended up buying some Hedron at all in this range. But it's going to be interesting to defend this line. Is this the defend line? This is kind of where I've got it at the moment, and we'll see how we get on there at this stage. Hope you get subscribed, like, share, hit the bell, of course. Very, very cool. 38 viewers and 37 likes. Let's go. All right. I like that. That's very, very cool. Ash is in the house. Nice. Woohoo! Yeah. Nice one, Ash. Nice. Very, very good. Yeah, you know, with all these sacrifices, there's pros and cons to them, right? There's pros and cons. And the biggest thing you want to know is, can they do the marketing? Can they get people to use the product? And I think that all the products that we cover on this channel have got a fair chance. If I didn't like the project, I wouldn't even talk about it. So you know, it's kind of like that, right? So it doesn't mean that there's not pros and cons to the project, right? So if you think, content creators are just going to sit around and say 100% good things about everything, it's not going to happen. But that said, I think this is probably a pretty positive channel when we talk about things. All right, cool. 3,337. Looking good. Woohoo! Nice. It's kind of right in the range at the moment, right? So the question is, is it going to hold here? At the moment, looks pretty good. There we are, back up to 3,418. So it looks not too bad either. Very nice. One of the best projects, of course, Pulse and Pulsex and Hex. They're the best. If you want to have high probability of success, they're the ones you want to do. But of course, I always like to have a small amount put aside for speculating on projects that are going to add value to Pulsechain. That's why I like, looking at some of these other projects that are being developed within the community too, which is pretty nice. Nicholas Luciana says, which price is the red line you put on display? This line here, this red line, that is the previous structure here. That's where it got resistance. So that's at 2,400, let's say 2,400. That's kind of where we had that resistance there. That's kind of the next line down. So yeah, it did bounce off this line here at 2,600. So yeah, that's kind of a halfway mark there. Hopefully that helps. There. Nicholas says, I think Pulse X will be best in 2022 and Pulse later one. Pulse X, yeah, first. Okay, yeah. 45 likes, 40 watching, says Ash. Hey, nice, Ash. Very, very cool. I like the old timeline there. Who else is in the chat here? Just kind of look around. Hey, let me know in the chat what country you're from. Let me know what country you're from, folks. Dinger Wolf says Power City sack at 1.3 million. Yeah, I like Power City. I haven't sacrificed for that yet, but I do like that. I do want to sacrifice for that. Yeah. So yeah, I do like Power City. I did sacrifice for internet money, just a moderate amount. Obviously, I'm putting most of my stuff back into Pulsechain and Pulse and stuff like that. So and Hex itself, but I do like Power City. That's the one I'm still mulling over. I've got a little bit of time to think about that. So yeah, it's a bit more complicated for me because I sacrificed on different wallets and stuff. So won't get all the 55% bonus. That makes sense. So I'm still thinking about that stuff. Your average Joe says, if proof of work damages the environment, shouldn't it be banned per the EU vote yesterday? Yeah, you would think so, but you know, typically that's the way I like to look at it. I like the market should really decide, right? The market should decide. So you know, if the market's going to be really committed to environmentally friendly protocols, then you know it should. The money should move to that, right? So, yeah. Chris White says, I personally think there's too many sacrifices now for projects that don't hold a candle to rich ones. You give away skins, not all of them will be legit. Absolutely, Chris White. Good point. I agree with that. Ash says, Australia, the home of isolation. Hey, not just Australia, mate. Flipping New Zealand as well. We've got a terrible leader here in New Zealand. Chris White says, from the UK. Hey, Chris White, good to see you. Woo-hoo! From the UK, representing. Hey, it must be like 4 o'clock in the morning there, right? No, it'd be about 9 o'clock in the morning, maybe 8, 9 o'clock, something like that. Big Bully says flags. Big flags, nice. Jamaz is in house from Sweden. Oh, awesome. Woohoo! Sweden, nice one. And I got a little story about Sweden. That's cool. Cryptomaniac says it's bouncing off the channel on the linear scale, so I DCA'd a little bit, but it's still under the 1,000 in Hedron, so I'm doing small DCAs. Nice one, Crypto. Maniac. Very, very cool. Keep us posted on that. It's always cool when someone's actually buying in the chat. So 3,455. Hopefully it'll make some little mad gains, a little pop off. Yeah, so yeah, it's got to break down, of course. Got to, you know, beat out this channel. Let's take that down to about there and just zoom on this one. Let me just see what the screen is. Let me full screen. Hopefully it doesn't watch up the. Oh, yeah, nice. All right. So yeah, it's got a bit to get out though, right? It's got to get up to maybe 4,300. So it can do that. I'm sure if someone comes in and buys, it will do that for sure. Bam, nice. Let's have a look here. So let's maybe pull that up and maybe 4,300. Let's. Let's see if it can get up there, like to break out. So we get a nice breakout there somewhere. Hey, Bruce in the house, South African in New Zealand, scooping the dip, baby. Yeah. Hey, nice, Bruce. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Representing. Scoop. Hey, big, awesome. South African, New Zealand. Very nice. So good to see you, Bruce. Very cool. Chris White says 9 a.m. Indeed. Was it a Shropshire? If you say that properly. Shropshire. That's a tricky one for me. Hopefully that's close. Rumored to be inspiration for Tokens Shire. Oh wow, how cool is that? Of course, we've got Hobbit Shire in good old Waikato in New Zealand, and of course that's out in the middle of nowhere, to be honest, out in the farmland. It's kind of an unusual place. It's like a lot of farmland. It's in the these little hilly things there. That's apparently still up. Tourists go to see it all the time with their little houses inside the hills. So fascinating. Sandra says, I've just got me more Hedron. Nice one, Sandra. Represent. Yeah, I can't really trade at the moment because I'm on the live stream, so I'm not going to really be able to take part of this. But what's up, Hexkin? Pulsechain says DX. Nice. Very, very cool. All right, so it's up at 3,471. Let's jump over to Hex, and Hex is at 10.7 cents. So not bad, folks, at all. not bad at all there. All right, cool. Hex is holding. Hex is holding. As we know, the Hex chart is not the same as a lot of other charts because we've got staking in it. There are a few other projects that have staking that does impact the chart, but obviously not as many, right? With the share rate, they have a share rate in it. Cool. So we might let's see whether that gets there. I'm not sure whether that's great. It doesn't have to get in this timeline, right? It could happen anywhere in this vicinity here. Maybe leave it like that. Don't want to be too misleading with the arrow there. So cool. Might put that out there. Put that in line. Might have that. Was it 200? Let me put the chart there. 200. Yeah, that's all right. Cool. Yeah, got to make it accurate, right? I don't want to mislead anybody watching. That's for sure. All right, cool. The music's just on a loop, by the way. Just look around. And the cat's come closer to me now. The cat's maybe when it bottomed out, the Hedron, the cat got interested, right? Got interested in the price. So let's pull this chart up again, and let's scroll up this. Let's see what our X's are at the end of the day. What we've got to. So we actually hit just at the bottom here. What do we get down to? 3153. 3153. So still up 485% there. So not too bad. Not too bad. Still close to a 5x at the current price. Some people got it down here. I know a lot of people on this channel that were watching because we've been covering this every day. We're down at 746 around that mark, so that wasn't too bad. Andrew says Hedrocans, yeah, Hedronians, yeah, and Hedrocans, yeah, Hedronians. I like it. Yeah, that's true. So lots of product for it. I kind of say what's the one word that we can have for like Hedron, X, Pulsechain, Pulsex. I was just like, all I could think of was the Heart Community, which is not a bad name now. I'm pretty sure that Sandra, you like the Heart Community represent. Hedronians and Hex, Pulsex, Hedron. Everything else is trash. It says DHex. I like it. I like Pulseans better than Pulsechain. Yeah, I guess that's a bit Pulseans too. Oh, nice one, Sandra. All right, so yeah, we got the Heart Community. How about that? Represent. Of course, doesn't actually have any of the tokens in it. Yeah, thing. Hey, we're up to 3,600. Woohoo! You pumped your bags. For those that bought, hopefully you guys got down low there, and that was cool. Got the cat down there. Cat's just trying to hassle me. We're up at 3,600. Nice little pump off the bottom. Let's see what that is. Oh, it's a 14% gain in like 10 minutes. 14% gain. Try and do that in the bank. It'll take you about 10 years at the current interest rates, right? Get a 14% return. Yes, Heart Community says Pulse Visionary. Yeah, I think so. Heart Community. Yes, Sandra, me too. Nice. All right, so up there, 35,320, and we've got Hex sitting at 1072. Hex is at a critical point. So as long as no Hex OG decides to rain on the parade, we should be all right. And of course, that would be cool. Now, we got different type of Hex OGs, right? We got OGs from the beginning. They were at early before Hex even launched. They're kind of people that participated in the opening of the AA lobby. People that participated all the way through. That was 350 days, remember? So it's a long time. And of course, people that bought in just before the big payday, 19th November. And of course, then of course, people that picked up after that, before we ran up over 1 cent, around that 3/10 of a penny, up to 1 cent was a nice little battleground. And then of course, people getting in around 1 cent, up to 7 cents. A lot of people got in 7 cents, and then up to 52 cents. And of course, that's where we spend a bit of time. So you got OGs all over the place. Whatever that means, right? Whatever that means. So cool. Hedron at 3,500. Woohoo! Now it's got to build, right? It's got to build over the hourlies there. We're coming up to an hour and a half on the channel live. Woohoo! Pulse, sounds like Pulsechain. And Hexagons love RH, your logo. Yeah, that's true. Got the old thumb logo for Hex Token channel. Very nice. 3,500 here. Right. Let me know if the music is about the right level, because I've just used it for the first time. I've got to add 38% actually on the music there. If I don't, not too annoying. DHex says, mark my words, fam, faces will melt upon Pulsechain launch. I agree with you there, DHex. It's going to be insane. It's just mind-blowing. I mean, that's what my live stream was about today, was just how insane it's going to be with Pulsechain. And it's going to be mega huge. That's the only big thing left in crypto for this bull cycle, and it's the biggest thing. And it's going to be epic. Launch in 4 weeks. Yeah, 4 weeks is kind of the earliest date I've got at this stage, but we do need Pulsechain 2.5 to be out in the next day or two. Love the hammered dulcimer music, says Pulse. Ah, I see. Right, nice one. You've obviously got a good ear for the music there, Sandra. That's the only good song that was on the list, by the way. The other song was so-so. It was a little so-so, but it wasn't, nice like this one. 3,600. Woohoo! Nice. There's some pretty mad gains, like 50% gains in a short space of time. Let's move to the 15-minute chart. So yeah, look like 30 minutes, man. 30 minutes, and you've got, or maybe even 20 minutes, got a nice 50% gain there. Pretty bad. That's pretty awesome. You see why so many people were attracted to the price movements, selling some of the Hex to get into this action. Pretty awesome. Actually, let's keep it on the 15 minutes, eh? Keep on the 15 minutes. Got the red circles in the house. Definitely green. Sorry, I did say red. I don't know why I said red. Green. Yeah, definitely true. I thought RH would release 2.5 on 3.14. Yeah, Pi. No, yeah. So it must be pretty close though. Pretty close. Let's go jump in on Richard Hart, see whether he's got any announcements. So every day I wake up, I check Richard Hart's announcements. Very rare that I forget to do that, but there's nothing on there at the moment. So cool. Oh, I whistled then, but there we are. That's without all the chart stuff on there. But yeah, nice little bounce off. Isn't it funny how it bounces off these marks that we've set, eh? So far, I have been pretty accurate with that. And but it's the question is, as Cal pointed out, is it going to actually will the bullish scenario, the buying, break down from even here into a 71? At the moment, 61.8, very common. It's a 61.8, and of course, with all the hexagons in here, the popularity of Hedron, it may very well hold this line and build maybe a sideways structure, maybe go up a little bit. So just be, still be cautious, but definitely hit the target that I was expecting, and we'll see how we get on. Let's build a structure around here, right? So you're definitely looking for a higher low when it comes in. So if you're looking at the chart, you want a higher low coming in. So yeah. Yeah, the music's not too bad, is it, Sandra? On a loop, it's like some music you can't hear on the loop. Just will drive you a bit bat crazy. DHex says, once 2.5 launch, we will be able to RPC in MetaMask and view our sacrifice at the amount of pulse. That's right. Yeah, it's exciting, eh? That's going to be cool. Also, it's going to have a new block height as well, which means that all the stuff that you've probably got in your wallet, you'll be able to see as well, which will be pretty cool since the other ones, I don't know how old, 4 months old or something, 5 months old. I'm not sure if they're using the same block height for, I can't remember. I thought it was the same actually they were using for Pulsechain testnet 2 and 1. But then Richard confused me a little bit with something he said a little while back. But yeah, it was originally the same block height. But that's quite old now, quite old. Let's just post some emojis here. I don't think we've got any Hex Token channel members in the chat today, but we've got at least 2 moderators, which is nice. There we are, boom. All right, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. And yeah, if you want to join the channel, we got hit the join button. We've got Pulsechains, Xkins, and the Richard Hart Club. So there we are. Pretty good. We've got a long way to go, man. I mean, 2022, 2023 is going to be absolutely epic. And of course, we've got with Hex staking, you're talking about 15 years, but 2.4 years in the 15-year original stakes. So really, we're coming up to, if you think about it, we've got stakes as far out pretty much for 17.4 years now. So it's pretty fascinating when you think about it like that. 17.4 years is now the profile now. It's going to be fascinating, man, to see the old price line taken off there. The other thing, of course, with the Hex investment trust looking pretty positive. That's going to be super positive. We've got to be a bit patient. We've got all this amazing stuff coming up, but it's going to hit real when it does start hitting the market. It's going to really be impressive to see that play out for sure. Nice. Dingleworth's got the party on. I like it, Dinglewolf. And Sandra says, "What is your Twitter handle?" Hex Token. So it's actually Token Hex, the opposite way around, because Hex Token was taken by somebody that's not using it. But it was Token Hex is the Twitter handle. So check that out. I have been posting. In fact, I think I'm coming up on 400 followers on Twitter. As you guys know, I don't really like Twitter because it's not a free speech platform. It's pretty much like a left-wing nut job house. But for crypto, it's very popular for crypto. So after a bit of petitioning, I ended up going on there. I am on Getter though. So Getter free speech. You know me, free speech all the way. And of course, get onto that. So cool. Right, so look at the Hex price here, 10.7 cents, and Hedron is at 3,600. And on the little chart there, we can see that we're getting a nice little upwards here on it. This is the quarter-hour chart now, quarter-hour chart here, and this, or quarterly hour, quarter-hour, 15-minute chart. Let's have a pull up on Rackham. I don't think Rackham Rochelle, our big whale, has been doing anything lately. Oh, there we are. Look at that. Oh, nice. Hex PLS, PLX. They want to fly first class. We want to own the plane. I like that. Let's see if he's got any comments on that. Aren't we ambitious? Nice job, and thanks for the diet. Sometimes these type of gains sound too good to be true, excited and scared at the same time. Nice. Not very often that you have, vocal whales in the community. Also ones that are looking to help prop up the system. Really is quite cool. Yeah, the one thing on this channel we try not to do is talk about the drama. The drama. There's plenty of channels that in the community that talk about drama. We try to keep it just to the numbers here on this channel. DHEX says, insider info, massive economic energy in market makers and liquidity providers, also high rolling investors who missed out on sacrificing, are aimed and ready to pump Pulse upon launch, including myself. I agree, DX. I agree with you on that. Good insight there. Cal says, Rackham was live last night. It was interesting. Listen, was he live on Twitter on an audio, or was he actually on a video, Cal? Let me know. I have watched, he was live on a YouTube video about 5 days ago. I did cover that on one of the daily shows, but yeah, if you've got a link, I'll get you to post that. I'll just make you a mod for a short bit, and you can get into that. No, 3,611. Woo-hoo-hoo. Some mad gains. Some of you might have made 15% already. Yes, on Twitter, says Cal. Oh yeah, okay, on the audio feeds. Let's go back to there and pull it up. I'm not sure whether he's got that. Let's look here. Yeah, I'm not sure on that one. Recently on Twitter Live says D-Hex. Nice. It looks like a couple of you might have watched it. Cool. I will watch. Says Dinglewolf. Yeah, well, I'll have to do it on my other on another browser. That's I've got the login on Twitter on a Safari browser. This is on my new computer. I've got my old computer next to me on the left. My old computer would not be able to do this live stream. It was just falling over all the time, so I had to get a new computer. There it was pretty cool. All right, 3,586. Not too bad. Hex is holding at 10.7. We are looking good. We just got to get up over 12 cents in the next like 36 hours to do that. And of course, that can happen really quick, right? We'll see how we go there. Get Hex says hi for Oz Hex Hodl. Reckon was just on live with Lit. Was he? Was he now? Let me pull over the Lit channel. Now he was going to Lit's obviously mother's just passed away, and Lit that's My Life is Awesome is Lit. He had to take care of his mother. I have done the same thing for my mother. I imagine that some of you out there have done that too. He had I think he had to save his family home within 45 days, and so he put a shout out on his channel for people to donate. I think like $20 each or something, if they could afford to. But then of course, Rack and Rochelle, one of our biggest whales, said that talked about inviting Funding Gym to help him do some raise for that. Rack and Rochelle, I think Rack and Rochelle's going to look at helping him out there in any regards. So we'll see what happens there. It's pretty cool to help people out in the community. That's what Hex is a bit about, is paying forward, helping other people in distress. So it's a great part of the Pulsechain, Richard Hart community culture. So it's nice. Twitter for future. Yeah, I'm following him on my Twitter feed. I'm just not logged on the site. I might have to get that set up because the thing is I'm anonymous on this computer. So I like that. So where's my other computer's tagged? So I don't want to do that on the. Let's look here. My Life is Awesome. Pull this up. Not sure if it will show up straight away, right? So no, it hasn't shown up here on this. Let's have a look here. No. May show up later. I might try and watch it if I see it later. Oh, you mean on Twitter? On Lit's channel on Twitter. Okay. Maybe that's the best. What are we up to? 3586 on the Hedron. Hey, what a super shout out to Alex, of course, that set up Hedron super successful, man. It really is crazy what people can do in crypto. It's $236 million market cap. I think it was it up over 400 million at one stage. Pretty amazing stuff there. Well done to Alex. 3,655. Woohoo! Rock them on. Set up some structure. What you want now is, now that it's bounced off this rate, you really want it to get higher lows and form a new structure. Even if it moves sideways from here, you want it just to do that for sure. I'm not sure why it's taking so long to get the updates through on the studio here. What else we got here? It's taking a while for the studio update. D-Hex says prayers for Lit. Prayers, absolutely. D-Hex. Sandra says yes, prayers. So rough to lose mum. Real milestone. It's huge, yeah. And he had a real super mum. My mother was a super mum. Just a mother that really served their children. One of the best for their children. That had a huge heart. It's incredible. So that's why I call super mums that are like that. It's just really amazing. I mean, all mums are good, but there are super mums out there. My mother was super mum. There are other super mums, and of course they set a standard in life that's you've got to look up to, right? Do your best to pursue. That's for sure. Dinglewolf says can't find it. No videos, says Dinglewolf. I think was it on a audio call? What's that audio thing on Twitter there? They have, can't remember what. I don't spend much time on there, so all I do is post the videos It's as much time as it's been on there. Can't find it. Yeah, no video. Cool. It might be one of those hangouts, or like audio hangouts they call them. DHex says Hex Pulse, Hex Hedron, liquid loans, everything else is trash. Says DX. Yeah, it's going to be I think rather than saying everything else is trash, I would say that they're definitely they're the kingpin products for sure. But of course, like I say, Sandra says my mom was a super mum too. Yeah, when super mums are amazing, the hearts are so big. The amount of love that comes out of super mums is amazing, and it makes them a very, generally speaking, the children of super mums, benefit a lot from that. Not everybody's like that, but certainly it has a big impact. Like it's had a big impact on me, for sure. All right, so 3,664 folks. You want to get just a nice, if we can form a nice little. Let me have got a drawing tool here. The drawing tool. My drawing's not too hot, so try to be careful drawing. I'll try this double S. I haven't used this double S, so excuse me. If we, that's really ugly. Look at that thing, man. What the heck is that? I'm not sure what that is. So that's let's see. Let's see if we can get something here. Oh, let me get something here. I said this is going to be ugly. I told you guys. Doesn't believe me, but let's maybe something like that. Let's pull this in. How's that? All right, nice one. All right, so it's always a bit of fun, right? Always a bit of fun. Let's change the colors. Let's mix this up. Let's get the green in there. Let's make that a 3. Yeah, let's do that 3. And I don't think we can put arrows on here. I'm not sure what else. What we got? Visual order, clone, copy, hide. I think that's better on there. What's the cogs? Cogs give us a few things. Oh, we've got arrows, so we can put arrow. Bam. I like that. Nice. That's pretty cool. End live. Oh, okay. End right. Wow. Look at that. Cool. Isn't that cool? Background. Look at the background on there. Nice. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. Pretty funky little charting stuff there. For sure. Let's just make sure that measures up. Hopefully we'll get something like that, right? That's what we want to see happen. All right, cool. Let's jump over to the. Let's change it. Let's take it from a solid line. Let's play with this thing. Let's get a little dotted line. How about that? So that kind of looks better solid, doesn't it? We'll look on this one here. And yeah, okay, solid. Let's keep it solid, but the dash line's not going to be the little dash line. Let's get into the chat here. I put the wrong mouse here. What do we got? DH says, Super Mum, you rock, brother. Superman, you rock, brother. Thanks for your detailed information. Great work. Hey, DX, pleasure. And a big shout out to everybody in the community too. Spread that love, play it forward. As you guys know, I said crypto is so awesome, but the most important things in life are your friends and family, and sharing time, spending time with them is definitely the most important thing. Woohoo! All right, so we got 3,664, looking good. And let's see if we can get the structure up here. Get some structure. X is 10.72 on that one and 1.85 on this one. I think this is a different pool though. Hex on, I did version 3. Oh, it's the same pool, it says. This is a version 3. I thought this was a version 3. Yeah, version 3 pool too. So I'm not sure why there's a little disparity there in price. Gwei is 26. Now earlier before, I think did we say we had 12 Gwei? I think that's what we said. We had 12 Gwei on here, but man, oh man. So it's 3,670. Woohoo! Some mad gains. Hopefully you guys picked it up here towards the bottom here, 31 or something. That would have been pretty cool if you guys did. Let me know if you got a nice little entry there because it's up 16.4%. Woohoo! Nice. Okay. D-Hex says respect. Hey, right back at you. Respect. What's it say? What's Richard always say? Richard always says that, Cryptomanic says, I bought in for another 700, couldn't help myself. Nice one, CM. Looks like you would have done all right, though, so far. So, like I say, if you can get the structure in, you'll be pretty happy. As we say, what do we say? Was Richard Tart? Konnichiwa! Konnichiwa! All right, enough of that. I've seen that video too many times. I don't know if you guys seen the video of the guy, I think it was back in 2020, the sold my hex guy. That was hilarious. The sold my hex guy. Man, that's funny. If you haven't seen that video, go watch it. He did end up buying back in the hex, but he used to have, I think he had something like 16 million hex, and I think he ended up buying, at least back when he did the video, about 1.5 million. So he was still pretty well off, but it was pretty funny. So we're up almost 20% on a pullback here, almost 20% up here. So looks like Cryptomaniac is doing pretty well. CM says, well, I'm off to bed, almost 6 a.m. here. Good night all. Hey, Cryptomaniac, congratulations, and well done. Hopefully sleep well, and hopefully those X's will come up when you wake up in the morning, that's for sure. Well, nice one. Thanks for dropping by. All right, so 3,689, looking good. And like I say, just want it to form a nice little higher low here, and then move on up there. It doesn't have to move quite that strong, could move like that, but hey, we're going to be a bit more FOMO, have our FOMO pants on. Then, of course, once it goes down through the loop, probably be deeper actually, probably will be something more like that, come back down and then start building, maybe sideways or start pulling an upward structure there. But definitely first 2 months, you can see it doing, this is on the upside, you can see it doing, 30,000 on over 2 month period. It's still another 43 days after this, so still plenty of time for a second parabolic rise. CM says fingers crossed. Yeah, that definitely. Trayvon says D-Hex. Trayvon. What about Trayvon? Hilarious. I watch Trayvon's videos. He's very good YouTuber. Of course, we all know what he's famous from. If you've been around crypto for a few years, you know what Trayvon is famous for. But pretty cool. Anyway, so looking the price here, very, very nice. We're almost up to 37, so nice little profit there. And of course, if you're watching this live stream, you would have made those profits. Pretty cool. Not that it's no thing in investment advice, but there we go. What else we got going here? And Sandra says, well, they're paying off Lit's mum's mortgage. Oh yeah, that's right. That's what they were going to do. We haven't seen the audio, but that's what they were talking about. So that's pretty cool. He had 45 days to buy the house. Otherwise, I think the bank was going to take it. So that's pretty much it. Cryptomanic says, hey, stop saying that. Ban you, Cryptomanic. You're a moderator. Come on now. Come on. Very cool. Hey, Crypto Heartbeat's in the chat. Woo! We got one of the big YouTubers for sure. Crypto Heartbeat with a big heart there. Crypto Heartbeat. Good to see you. Good early morning to you, my friend Ace. Crypto Heartbeat. Great to see you in the chat there. We're just talking about looks like that Rack and Rochelle has just paid, or I don't know if it's just by himself, but maybe with some other people, but paying off Lit's house after his mother passed away. And of course, he had 45 days is in charge of the estate to pay off, I think, the loan, which I think was about $200,000. So not chump change by any case, but that sounds like a good story. Rick Industry says Trayvon gets a lot of crap, but he seems lit. I think he's pretty good. I always like Trayvon. He's very, very good. And of course, when you're back in the day, there were pretty much 5 big YouTubers that were promoting that particular project, offering, over 1% trading returns per day. I watched a lot of that stuff. I just thought it was too hard, too good to be true, to get an algorithm that could beat the market that way, especially in the kind of bearish conditions as well. But they were making such huge commissions from that. It was pretty interesting. So if you haven't checked it out, check out the BitConnect story. Certainly a good lesson in crypto, learning about that, that's for sure. D-Hex says, what's up? Welcome, says D-Hex, to Crypto Heartbeat. And Sandra says, good morning, Sir Heartbeat. Nice one, that's very, very nice. And Crypto Heartbeat says, yes, that is right. Amazing generosity. Yeah, that's right. Like I say, we've got a wonderful culture in the Hex community. Let's call it the heart community with the Hex, Pulsechain, and Pulsex, with the paying it forward to really care about other people. And I think that's pretty impressive. And of course, we look for good things from Lit as he moves forward. Of course, he is actually a kind of a life motivation coach. So that's pretty cool. And he always wishes the best for everybody. So it's great to see a bit of paying it, coming back around for him as well, definitely at this difficult time. So cool. We got that bot there. Let me just get rid of that. Bam. Nice. All right, cool. We've got Lumai, the importer, says, hey gang, just wanted to drop in and say hi. Hope you all were able to buy some Hedron at the recent low. I know I did. Hey, nice, Lumi. Very cool. Yeah, well, we talked about it on this thing. It's hit our target with the smiley face. So it's bounced off exactly at the bottom of that range of 3,100 or so, and off it's gone. So now it's got to find structure though. And of course, that is pretty much down on the 61.8. So it's pretty much hit on the retrace, 61.8. Still up. It was still the bottom of that's about 485% off the bottom rather than 1,200%. So still almost 5x up from the bottom after a 12x run. So it's still doing pretty good. Now what people will be wanting once it hit here is to find some structure, get a lot higher low there, and up and form some new structure up there. Alternatively, of course, it can always go up here and then break down. But I think as it breaks down, more people will come in to buy it, right? And so if it does decide to not create structure here and actually take the road often, newly traveled, because this is a brand new chart, then you got 3,400. It would be the next line, and then of course 2,000 would be a 78.6 pullback. So on the 78, so 2,400 and 2,000, the two lower supports if it does break from the 3,000. But once again, it could just move sideways, testing here, or move up and create some structure. But pretty much this is the target where I thought it would probably hit, and 61.8, and it seems to have hit that pretty perfectly at this stage. So we'll keep watching it. It is in a downward channel, but at the probability for me is still on the upside now that it's bounced off this 3,100 kind of there. So cool. Hex is holding up here. Pivotal moment for Hex, holding up here as we say. It's in a wee while. It's probably had 3 or 4 bounces off this period here. We were on an uptrend, of course, with a bit of a pullback there, with the OGs trading into Hedron. Obviously, Hedron's impacted that. We would have broken out and probably had a 14 to 16 cent range, but instead we're down here at 10.7. And of course, this is important that we hold this line. I don't really want to go below 10 cents. Obviously, 8 cents, 7 cents is kind of the next target. So let's see how we do here as well. So Pulsechain is coming. Pulsechain test at 2.5 might help with that, maybe a little bit, just a little bit. And the Pulsechain test at 3 is really going to add a bit of momentum, as that's kind of the last mile. But we're probably at the earliest, still a month to go at the earliest for Pulsechain going live. So cool. All right, let's jump in here. We've got DHEX says, a nice one, Lumi. Yeah, congratulations, Lumi. And Paul says the heartbeat community, love it. Yeah, the heart community, I love it too. Pulse visionary, and of course that fits well with the heart. So nice. Lumi says, I need to get some sleep. It's 5:40 a.m. here on the East Coast. Lol. Good night, everyone. Much love. Hey, Lumi, all the best. Sleep well. And nice, Lumi, the importer. Yeah. Much love, brother. Good night to you all. Very cool. Thanks, Lumi. All the best too with that. Much love. Good night. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, we're coming up on 2 hours, folks. We're going to wrap it up here. 2 hours on the live stream, second live stream for today. And of course, had to come on because of the Hedron. Let's keep watching it, see what it's like tomorrow. Obviously, we'll be doing a live stream tomorrow, so we'll see how it's going. But they've also got the daily vid coming out tomorrow too. You know how this channel rolls. It's all about the core. The core is the Richard Hart community, of course, with X, Pulsechain, Pulsex coming up. Amazing things are coming. It's going to be the big last hooray for this cycle. And of course, we're all part of it. We're so lucky to be here. The rest of the crypto will be wanting to come over to party up with us. And we're going to see some awesome adoption. The other thing, of course, is take care out there. Take care. And I will see you in the next one. Subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. And we'll catch you soon. Let's finish on the old Hedron chart there. Pull it up. Boom. Let's see how this goes. All right. Take care now. Bye for now. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Lisa, no.